What's going on, guys? I'm Not Magic here. I got some gameplay. This is probably like my best gameplay so far. It's like a 51-4 kill confirmed gameplay, and I go on like a 34 or 35 kill streak towards the end. So pretty good stuff. I started using this gun maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Not 3 weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't really gotten gameplay in like a week and a half or so. I haven't really been playing. I was up in the mountains for the past week. I don't know if you guys noticed, there hasn't really been a video on my channel for like 5 or 6 days. Yeah, I was up in the mountains because that's where I go for Thanksgiving. A few of you may have already known that from past commentaries. I've probably said it a bunch of times. But yeah, I went up to the mountains for Thanksgiving, and I went with my family. There's about 12, 13, maybe 14 people tops there. And it was a lot of fun. You know, I've mentioned before, you know, I love spending vacation with my family and stuff like that. I'm a big family man. And it was good times, and I haven't really been on YouTube or on, you know, just really social media in general, you know, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or any of that stuff. And I kind of purposely did that. I kind of wanted to purposely distance myself from the social media and everything because, I don't know, I felt like I needed a break from it. And I gotta say, you know, spending a week not really going on anything, you know, besides the fact that there really wasn't internet in the cabin that we stayed at, I just felt like I needed a break from it, and it was a well-deserved break, and very well-needed break, and it was good times. I was on Twitter maybe 3 hours out of the whole week, and on YouTube maybe, you know, for 5 minutes. But anyways, so I want to do another My First commentary, and my problem is, and I've mentioned this before, is that the thing is with the My First series is that I only have so many first experiences, and I'm starting to run out, and that's why I stopped the series way back in the days, because I'm running out. So what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to go ahead and go to the comments section right now and put in, you know, my first ... you know, whatever you want. You know, I need you guys to give me these ideas. Now, before I continue, I want to say, make your suggestions appropriate. You know, if you honestly want me to consider your suggestion, make it appropriate. Don't do like your first sexual experience or something like that. You know, be reasonable with it. Do something that you think I actually might do. So make it appropriate, make it reasonable. But yeah, please leave me suggestions because I'm not creative. So yeah, anyways. The one I wanted to do, this was actually sent to me via Twitter, and it is my first party, and I've already wasted the first, you know, almost 3 minutes talking about nothing, so let's just get right into it. So my first party was kind of, you know, it wasn't the best experience, but it was kind of a learning experience, I guess. Basically what had happened was that there was this girl, her parents were out of town, you know, the whole kind of story about how parties start. And what was happening was, you know, her parents were out of town. There's gonna be about like 25, 30 people there. Nothing too over the top, you know. It was in her backyard, and she didn't have the biggest house, so it felt like there was more people there, I guess. So I went to the party, and basically what I noticed, this being pretty much my first party, excluding like birthday parties and stuff like that, was that there was kind of like this makeout corner. You know, there's like these lawn chairs set up where like these couples would go and make out, and you look over there at any point throughout the night, and you'd see at least like 5 or 6 different couples just sitting there getting it on. And by getting it on, I mean getting it on. I'm just kidding, they weren't really doing anything. They were like kissing, making out. And actually the thing is, this girl was there, a girl that I actually liked at the time, and she had a boyfriend. And so I kind of had to deal with that throughout the party, with this girl that I like who had a boyfriend. But that wasn't a big deal for the start of the party because I was starting to drink. And while this wasn't my first time drinking, because, you know, my family is pretty cool about me drinking as long as I don't do it like over the top, I guess. And I really don't, because you know, when I drink, I kind of drink it I drink just to be social. You know, if I'm with a group of friends or something and we're just kind of talking, having a good time, everyone's drinking, you know, just to kind of be social, you know, I'll take a drink, you know, nothing too big. I'm not an alcoholic or anything. So anyways, I was taking some drinks at the party. This was kind of my first time drinking at a kind of like party slash, you know, hangout. You know, I've never really drinking with like friends or anything before this point. You know, it was just kind of with my family, like drinking games and stuff like that. Like this Thanksgiving we did it too. So anyways, the thing about taking drinks for the first time, whether it be shots or just beer or whatever, was that you kind of don't really know what your limit is. And a big problem that you have even while drinking for years is that even when you know where your limit is, it's hard to stop at your limit. So basically what was happening was that I was drinking and I kind of felt my limit coming and I didn't stop. And the thing is when you're drunk, people always say it's easier to hit on girls, and while that is true, it's actually less successful. Like, it's easier to hit on girls because you really don't care what they think. You know, you're drunk, you're not really giving a shit about your like self-confidence or self-esteem or whatever. So it's easier to hit on girls, and the thing is that like when you hit on a girl while being drunk, the only time it really ever works is if the girl is equally as drunk as you. And I didn't know that, so I was hitting on these girls who hadn't been drinking their whole life, so they were completely sober, and I probably look like the biggest jackass ever. So I'm going around, I'm like getting rejected by all these girls, and at the time I was kind of just laughing at it. You know, it's kind of what you do when you're buzzed. Now I'm not like trying to say like I was like falling over like blackout drunk, you know, nothing like that, nothing too extraordinary or anything. You know, I was kind of just drinking with the rest of the party, kind of going with the flow. No one was really getting out of control. So anyways, I was hitting on these girls, getting rejected, and then just kind of hanging out with friends. And what had happened was that I ended up going up to the girl that I liked, that I mentioned earlier in this commentary, who hadn't taken drinks this party either. And I basically started hitting on her and putting my arm around her and everything. And you may be wondering, well, okay, where's the boyfriend and all this? Well, the boyfriend happened to be right next to her. And they were like in that makeout corner that I was talking about, and they were kind of doing it, and I kind of like just like inserted myself into their like makeout session, started hitting on her and like putting my arm around her, and the dude got pretty pissed off at me. I actually did go up to him later that week, and I kind of just apologized. I'm just like, dude, that was my bad, and he was super chill about it. He was, you know, he was totally fine with it. Not totally fine, but he was pretty chill about it. He didn't like blow it out of proportion, I guess. And we were actually somewhat friends now. Like, we were cool with each other, so I was kind of lucky. I got lucky that he was so like chill about it. My biggest advice, like the biggest thing to take from his commentary, is to just, you know, I think it's obvious that everyone's probably gonna drink at some point in their life, so I think my advice would be that when you do drink, just be smart about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary. Hopefully you guys are leaving comments right now, because I have no idea what to talk about for my next My First series. Next video should be a Magic's Mail. I'm getting a special guest to come on and do it with me, like they all probably will be. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out. Later.